You had one of the most iconic plays in Philly sports history, the Philly special.
Yeah.
Philly special, yeah.
That was pretty special. Yeah.
It's great. I mean, when Nick first came into the huddle and started Philly special, I was like, what the fuck?
Did you guys practice it during the week, like quite a bit or no?
So we're going to get together and talk about this, I think, in a little bit. From what I remember, I don't even remember that play being in for the Super Bowl. Like, we had it in against Atlanta. We ran it before that game, and we didn't run it well, so we knew we weren't going to call it. Then we had it in against the Vikings, but for whatever reason, it didn't get called. I don't remember repping that at all leading up to the Super Bowl. And I remember being out there, but the last time we had repped it, we ran it well. And I remember going out there and didn't even think it was in the game plan. It's fourth down. Nick comes in. He's like, we're going to, all right. And we had to take a timeout.
Right.
Yeah.
So we were going back and forth and we were going to kick it or go for it. We take a timeout. I'm like, we're probably taking a timeout. We're going for it. I wonder what he's going to come back with. And he says, Philly special. I'm like, Philly special? Are you fucking kidding me? And then for whatever reason, after I thought about it for a second, I was like, this is fucking going to work.
Yeah.
Because who the hell on like fourth down and a yard in the Super Bowl? These guys are going to be so aggressive trying to stop this play. They're not going to remember to cover Nick Foles. And
that's a ballsy call, bro.
Very ballsy call. That was big balls Doug.
Dropped him.
Yeah, it was. And really, it was Nick who called for it, I believe. Nick.
Yeah.
You see the clip on the sideline. Nick, I don't know if Doug asked what you're going to run or whatever, but Nick says, I want to run Philly, which I think it was called Philly special. I don't know why I said Philly, probably because that was a snap count. But yeah. Anyways,
what was that the communication on the snap, or how do you know when to snap it?
Nick would start the cadence.
Yeah.
And then he was acting like he was going to check the play.
Yeah.
And because it's so loud, he was going to act like he was telling Lane something.
Yeah.
So he's like, so the key for me was to snap it on the second lane.
Yeah.
So he was like, I forget what the beginning of it was, but then he was like, hey, Lane. And then I would snap it to Corey, which I had to take it off. Like, I had a pretty viciously violent snap, notoriously. So now Corey's trying to catch this thing. So I'm like, I got to give this guy like a softball. Otherwise, there's no way he's catching this. So that was my cue to snap it to Corey. Then we ran it like it was naked. He ran it like we were running zone, tossed it back to Trey, threw it to Nick.
What was the celebration like after the game? Like when the clock hit 0?
I just remember, after the game, it's so crazy. It all is like a blur.
So
and the thing I remember the most is the last throw of the game. I remember the sack that BG got on Tom.
Yeah.
Because that sack fumble was like the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we couldn't make it the end of the game.
Yeah.
We had we didn't get the 4-minute jump, so they got the ball back. Like, damn, I don't like that we just gave this ball back to Tom. Like, this is not good.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, and he had like 500 yards that day. So I'm like, this dude has been on fire all day. And he throws that last Hail Mary up, and I remember just how long it felt like the ball was in the air and how quiet everything felt like it was. I don't know if it actually was, but it, like, the movies, the people that write that stuff, and like, they do a great job. That's what it felt like. It legitimately felt like I was watching like the end of a movie. Like, the ball's just like hanging up there. And like, even when it hits the ground, like, you're so in the moment that you don't even know if it's real. Like, you don't hear cheering, so you're not sure if like the game's actually over. You're looking for flags.
Right.
And then we're just running on the field, and sure enough, the game was over. And
sign of relief.
You guys didn't get that climactic of an ending.
But still, because I was still waiting, because I was still locked in the whole time. Even when we got pulled, like, we got pulled, I'm like, is it over?
Right.
I didn't know.
So you got your helmet in your hand.
Dude, I threw my mouthpiece, though. I threw my mouthpiece for whatever reason. I had to go back on an onside kick twice without a mouthpiece.
That's funny.
So I was the front guy, too. So I was like, please, nobody knock my team.
You're taking one. Yeah.
Take it.
What was the locker room like? Was everybody like spraying champagne?
A lot of people, Jim Schwartz and Jeff Stoutland and Doug Peterson. Well, Doug had won one, I think, as a player, but all these guys had done their whole careers, trying to get one.
Yeah.
The whole organization. So it was an emotional time. Anyways, yeah, it's hard to say what the locker room was like because I don't remember, if I'm being honest.
What about the parade?
Parade was tremendous. I don't remember a lot of that either.
Your outfit, too.
Yeah, that was good.
Legendary.
That was a fun one.
Was that your idea? Was that your idea, or did someone?
So me, Chris, Selleck, Bo, I think JP had talked about wearing throwback jerseys to some of the Eagles greats that hadn't won a Super Bowl, like paying homage. And then at some point, I forget who's like, Chris ended up using, I'm going to wear an AI jersey with like this fur coat. And it kind of started devolving into like something else. And I was like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to wear a Mummers suit. It's like a parade in Philadelphia. You might as well do it Philadelphia style.
No, I never have.
Well, insane. And as a player, I had never been. You guys, we're usually playing. We're getting ready for a game, New Year's. So,
I was somewhere. I went.
Yeah.
It was crazy, bro.
But I'd seen it a bunch, like on TV, and I had seen the Mummers bands throughout my time here. And my hairdresser, barber, whatever you want to call her, Libby. Libby, I knew her husband, Bobby, was a Mummer. So I texted her. I was like, hey, is there any way Bobby could get me like a Mummer suit to wear to the parade? And she texted back like, yeah, we got you. There was a saxophonist that was like 6'3" and about my size. So sure enough.
You still have it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
You have that, but not your ring.
I have that, but not the ring. Yeah. I got to get a remake of it.
I can't believe they didn't get you a new one.
They've offered. I think I haven't followed up on it. Yeah. We'll get another one made.
That's hilarious.
Where does the day of the parade rank, like all-time moments
for me
in your life? Yeah.
I mean, it's up there. Outside of having kids and the Super Bowl itself, I mean, that was a very fun moment. And I don't know if you guys felt this way, but when we won, we saw all the pictures. To answer your question, in the locker room, I was on my phone looking at like all the people on Broad Street.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Climbing the poles and everything. And I'm like, man, I wish I was freaking there. Like, I don't want to go to this like corporate after party. I want to be on fucking Broad Street. So the parade is like the first time you get to celebrate it with all of the fans. Mm-hmm. You know, you get to have the moment after the game with you and your buddies and teammates and organization. But the parade is the first time where it really magnifies like how much it meant to so many people.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a lot of emotion built up in Philly leading up to that day because, I mean, they had never won one, right? The fans were just like overjoyed about it. And people telling stories about, you know, their dads and going to games at Franklin Field and the Vet. And so that had certainly started to rub off on us. Yeah. And it was a day that was very cathartic for us being this team of like kind of cast outs in a certain respect. Having this moment of like, you know, we stuck it to everybody who thought that we couldn't do this in our careers, as well as like this whole city who had to hear from Dallas and Washington and New York that they don't have a championship or a Super Bowl trophy. So it was a very glorious day of celebration that I don't know you can replicate.
Which one was crazy?
Yeah. If we lined up the 2017-2018 team against our team last year.
Yeah.
Be honest.
I saw you guys ask this to Chris.
What do you think happened? Chris, he said that last year's team would win.
I think, especially by the time we had been in the Super Bowl, you know, we had already lost our starting quarterback. Jason Peters was out. Darren Sproles was out. And like, listen, we won, but, you know, it took everything we had to beat the Patriots. And you guys beat the team that's been the best team in the NFL for pretty much.
I mean,
what? Almost. I mean, Pat Mahomes has been in the conference championship every year of his career. And just finished the seventh season. Yeah. And you guys, like, it wasn't even close.
No.
So watching how you guys ended the season, I don't know how you could realistically think that we would beat you guys. But I'll tell you this, just being a competitor, we beat the fuck out of you guys.
I love it. I was honestly waiting on you to say that.
I was waiting for something.
I'm waiting on it.
Yeah, no,
that's crazy.